Throughout the years, Silly Songs with Larry has been of regular programming since its debut in 1993 and stands out as one of the best parts of VeggieTales, which is why I'm doing another 7 silly songs for the I'm doing another episode of Silly Songs with Larry discussing silly songs 8 through 14. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Okay, this one just replaces Silly Songs with Larry because of the Song of the Cebu incident in 1997, which of course I feel like is quite a bit explanatory because of the high standards, according to Archibald Asparagus, that they on the show strive to adhere to. This one is A tier. There lived a man so long ago, his memories but faint, was not admired, did not inspire like president or saint. But people came from far and near with their afflicted pets for a special cure they knew for sure wouldn't come from other vets. No skeptic could explain just how nor could one oft rebut the wondrous deeds that went on in that little alpine hut. Some would stand in silence, while some just scratched their scalps for the curious ways of the yodeling veterinarian of the Alps. The practice grew, the profits flew, until one fateful day, when the nurse who did assist the doc asked for a raise in pay. The doctor pondered this a while, sat back and scratched his scalp, then said, "No way, Jose," to the nurse of the yodeling veterinarian of the Alps. Now, there's a moral to the story. It's the point that I hope I've made. When you go a little loopy, better keep your nurse well paid. I'll say B tier. We join Larry as he follows the tragic saga of Barbara Manatee in the daytime drama Endangered Love. Quite an unusual whole silly song, I must admit, considering this one is pretty amazing. S tier. A somewhat subtle homage to Forrest Gump, this one actually makes me pretty happy to dance to and sing along to, considering that Larry has quite a style that kind of looks like a bit of like Forrest Gump and the Gentleman Ghost. So if that ain't classy, a classy song, I don't know what is. A tier. This one I feel like is just hilarious. It's like Kung Pao chicken, Mongolian chicken, sweet and sour chicken, cashew chicken. Like, that is good. Mandarin pork, barbecued pork, sweet and sour pork, spicy shredded pork. Beware a grape with a wooden mallet. Ain't that the truth? This one has quite a vibe that I feel like it's going to have to be A tier. Like, if it's a song based on a boy band, I feel like that is cheesy in numerous aspects of the song. But for some weird reason, it's practically amazing for us too. Like, I personally think this one is kind of crazy, considering a lot of us would have experience in this type of field, and yet it somehow works for us. Like, I would not have much to expect with this silly song. A tier. This one I felt like would be a perfect duet, considering that a lot of stuff would be like that sometimes. Like, I mean, the fur. There have always been some real world references in throughout the Seer franchise, including the silly songs. Because after the Ford Fiesta, which was an amazing car, that appeared in the Cheeseburger song, and then the next car that we actually got to see was a Jeep Wrangler. Like, that actually was amazing to see, I must admit. Because, like, I personally would never want an SUV. I would have preferred cars that are not so sporty, considering sports stuff is not my thing, but beggars can't be choosers, because whether or not you want a sporty car is not is actually up to you guys. It's because I don't blame you if you like sporty cars, like an SUV. But still, this one has a hard vibe. A tier.